Movie notes on The Doctor from India, 2018 film, 13 March 2025 viewing. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And I am going to talk through my movie notes for my Thursday, 13 March 2025 viewing today of 2018 film, The Doctor from India, which is a biographical film, documentary type about the life and work of Doctor Vasant Lad and his use of Ayurveda in treating patients. And so he kind of brought this medical practice to the United States of America, so from India to kind of west in the 1970s. And so it's a bit of his story, and it shows him a little bit of like with patients and kind of trying to explain what he does, which I thought he did a pretty good job. It's a holistic approach in the sense of there's a combination of like herbs and kind of everyday ingredients to treat patients, along with just some very basic medical practices as well as faith. So you can think of it as kind of like if there's the basic structure of like home remedies, which might be alchemy of like basic ingredients, and then there's like praying to God or whatever religion or gods, I guess, that kind of thing, or just having a spiritual practice. This also incorporates, it goes a little bit above that and incorporates medical aspects as well. So it's not like fluff. There's actual medicine, even if just basic like turmeric grown in the garden, which is what medicine is made of anyway, plants and that kind of thing. So in that sense, it's even purer for the body than something processed and from a pharmacy. And then it also incorporates, one of the elements that he focused on is pulses. So using the pulse in diagnosis. So like he uses an example of they bring in somebody who's had their gallbladder removed and he's looking for, feeling for the gallbladder pulse, and there is none because she had it removed. And so there's some really just basic, can learn a lot about a patient from their pulse, and this is something that's used to treat people who have no money for medical treatment, right? So it's making it a holistic approach for what they can do and taking the very basics and kind of treating as many as possible as well as possible. So he defines ether, since I've brought up ether on the show before, he defines ether in his context as energy of transformation. This is different meaning than for the ether I have mentioned in regards to my own interests in physics. Perhaps part of my PhD in physics in Italy attempt, I can make part of my dissertation dedicated to just communicating / defining / writing down what the ether is in my own research context, try and differentiate to reduce confusion. A good PhD student should be able to do that, especially if I graduate with a PhD. Master of Philosophy, or Doctor of Philosophy, is about thinking and communication. So thinking through different medical practices in my mom's current situation. If she is having troubles storytelling and we used to tell stories to each other via the phone in the past, does that mean we have less to say if we talk via the phone in the future and her storytelling abilities have not come back? Yes, we used to, when I called home when I lived in California and stuff, in Hawaii, my mom was the talkative one, and now that she's having more difficulties there, do we talk less? And then last kind of thing, gradual growth inspired like becoming a doctor. I learn Scottish Gaelic language gradually from my Josh Kerr and my Kyle Chalmers, as well as in country in Scotland. Does Ilya Karoun become a wingman of Léon Marchand in helping me learn the Italian language and French language together in person? There we go. And as for the spiritual component of this, something I do for treating the squirrels, because I don't touch them and I don't give them medicine. So it's kind of actually relevant. There we go.